Hello, everybody. After a little bit of travel issues, we have made it back to Grand Rapids. Coming from Fort Lauderdale, got delayed in Detroit for many hours, and now we are here. And here to bring you the first winter storm warning of the season, which is, exciting. Right? Something like that. Allegan County, Ottawa County, Van Buren County. You are the three counties we are watching starting 1 a.m. tonight, continuing until 1 a.m. on Tuesday morning. Now, this is lake effect snow. So we have to begin with the fact that even if you live in those counties, it is going to be on a mile by mile basis whether or not you see high impact. And when I say high impact, I'm talking over a foot of snow. But everybody in those three counties that I listed, Ottawa, Allegan, Van Buren, will see at least 6 to 8 inches of snow, probably closer to the 8-inch mark. So no matter what, and that's southern Ottawa County. If you are in northern Ottawa County, like towards Grand Haven, you will be on the lower end of that scale, probably closer to 4 to 6 inches of snow, if even that. So please be mindful of the fact that this is southern Ottawa County and then Allegan, all of Allegan and Van Buren County. Okay. With all that being said, when you're driving in lake effect snow, you will get to some spots and it will be cloudy and quiet and roads will be fine, and you will get 2 miles down the road and there will be several inches of snow piled up on the ground and active heavy lake effect snow coming down. So please, just because it's not in your backyard, if you're in the winter storm warning, you need to heed those warnings and drive properly because conditions are going to rapidly change depending on your location. So all of this begins starting tonight and continues on until overnight Monday. The end time, there's still a little bit of wonkiness to it. And the reason that I say that is because we kind of need the winds to shift just right to shut off the snow. And so we kind of need to see when that wind shift is really going to happen. But yeah, this looks to be a good one. And in addition to it, bringing some fair amount of snow, high impact snow, we also have cold temperatures sustained throughout the entire 7-day forecast, which means it's going to stick. But hello, winter, right? Now, if you don't live in those counties, you may be thinking to yourself, okay, this video has yet to be helpful for me. I totally get it. Kent County, because you're away from the lakeshore, this one is not going to be for an event for you. Yeah, will we see a little snow? Sure. Not high impact snow, though. We're not even underneath the winter weather advisory. Now, there are winter weather advisories in place for some of our lakeshore counties in addition to the ones that are under the winter storm warning, and that includes Muskegon County, Mason, and Oceana. You guys are underneath winter weather advisories, which is just a lower category than the winter storm warning, putting you in a likely 3 to 6 inch range of snow. So yes, still impactful, but we're not talking high snowfall totals. Let's talk snowfall totals though in those southern counties. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place because my makeup is just not makeuping, but that's because I've been on a plane all day and well, that's how it's gonna be. That's all right. So those southern counties, we are going to see a widespread about 8 to 10 inches of snow, and then there will be spots of localized 15 plus inches of snow. One big thing when forecasting snowfall like this, and if you are a forecaster or going into forecasting in the future, meteorologists alike, with lake effect snow, this is a very fine, thin, airy snow, right? Which means that our snowfall ratios change from being a 10 to 1, which is kind of like what you would see a big system snowfall come through be like. That's your good packing snow, right? That's the snow that you can make a beautiful snowman with. That's not this snow. Lake effect snow is not like that. This is very fine. Your windshield wipers will get all 6 inches off your car because it's so light in nature. So you have to up the snowfall ratio to closer to, let's say, an 18 to 1. And so if you are forecasting and you're like, where are they getting these numbers from? All of these models are placing us at like 10 inches of snow. You have to adjust those snowfall ratios. It matters. It matters in terms of multiple inches of snowfall in those areas. Anyway, all of that to be said, it will not be widespread that we see all of those inches of snow. It will be very, very, very localized in nature. On a widespread scale, you're talking that 8 to 10 inches. On a very localized scale, 15, 16, 17. I would not be surprised if we see higher totals than that, depending on the snowfall ratio and depending on how long these bands can sit. If we see a really potent band with 1.5-inch snowfall rates happening per hour, set up for multiple hours on end, we're going to get some very impressive, very localized impacts, while other areas are smooth sailing. So yeah, this is going to be a back-to-bed forecast for many. I say back-to-bed forecast when I mean there's going to be school closures. If you live in southern Ottawa County, Allegan County, Van Buren County, I'd be placing the spoons under your pillow for a snow day tomorrow, because I would highly anticipate an extended Thanksgiving break to happen for all of you. If you are in Kent County, Ionia County, well, no, I wouldn't expect a snow day unless we're just not understanding the forecast in those areas because we just aren't going to see the snow like that. This one just isn't for us. But what questions do you have? I've talked a lot, a little bit scattered. I'm going to go on here in 20 minutes. I'm actually ahead of my normal morning schedule, but I do not do the evening news very often. It's actually very, very rare that I do the evening news. So when I do, I like to give myself a little extra time in case I forgot to do certain things, because it's just, you know, when you're not in your rhythm and in your flow, sometimes you can miss things. But I think I've, what's the saying? Crossed all my T's, dotted all my I's, that kind of thing. I think I did that today, so. That's all. Even if you're into forecasting and you enjoy learning about lake effect snow, I love, love, love forecasting lake effect snow. That's why, even though I woke up at 3:30 to get on my plane this morning to come back from Fort Lauderdale to Michigan, I'm still very energized. I've also had 2 cups of Earl Grey tea, so that always helps. But I also just am naturally kind of an energetic person. All that aside, that is why I have the energy that I do today, because I really love lake effect snow. Today is also kinda unofficially, officially my first day acting as chief meteorologist. So that's exciting too. And then I'll get emotional if I think too much about that. So here's to having a first good show with that, and hopefully an accurate lake effect snow forecast.